How does an appellate brief prove grounds for appeal? Imagine you just finished a trial and you believe something went wrong that affected the outcome. Now, you need a way to tell the court what errors happened and why they matter. That's where an appellate brief comes in. It's like a detailed map that points out the mistakes made during the trial and explains why those mistakes should change the verdict or sentence. An appellate brief proves grounds for appeal by clearly showing the court that specific legal errors occurred. These errors could be things like the judge making a mistake in applying the law, the prosecutor doing something improper, or the defense not getting a fair shot. The brief must connect these errors directly to the trial record, meaning it references what actually happened during the case. To do this well, the brief starts with a short summary of the case. It explains the charges, the key facts, and what happened in the trial. Then it lists the issues on appeal, like whether evidence was wrongly admitted or if the lawyer was ineffective. Each issue is backed up with references to the trial transcript, motions filed, and legal rules that apply. This shows the court exactly where the mistake happened and how it impacted the case. The main goal of the brief is to argue that the error was serious enough to change the outcome. For example, if the prosecution hid evidence that could have helped the defendant, the brief explains how this mistake prejudiced the defendant's right to a fair trial. Or if the judge made a legal error in instructing the jury, the brief shows how this could have influenced the verdict. It's important to remember that the appellate court does not look at new evidence or rejudge the facts. It only reviews what was already presented in the trial. So, the brief must make a strong case by linking the errors to the legal standards and showing how they affected the fairness of the trial or the correctness of the sentence. From a defense perspective, the appellate brief is a key tool to challenge wrongful convictions or unfair sentences. It must be clear, focused, and based on law. If the court agrees that errors occurred that impacted the case, it can reverse the verdict, order a new trial, or reduce the sentence. That's how an appellate brief proves grounds for appeal and helps protect legal rights.